still think they'll be the best team when LeBron returns? He's working out.
Did he post that like
just reps it.
He wasn't embarrassed by that?
What embarrassed about what?
He's just barely jogging.
good.
He's going like 1 mile an hour.
It won't be long now.
Huh.
Yeah. Skip, look. I still believe in the Lakers. The question is, we see how rusty AD doesn't have the legs. All his shots are short, Skip, coming up short, to reintegrate him into the system. Because I think the thing was, Skip, and I think we all agree, they're not a better team, but they were playing better prior to Anthony Davis coming back. Now, things change because now the offense is going to run through AD. Team guys are not getting as many shots. Guys are not getting as many minutes. Guys don't feel as free as they once did. This is going to be bearing out. You see, Saturday night, Trez had a DNP coach's decision. So I don't know how well that's going over in the locker room right now, but we'll discuss that another day in time. Skip, I think when you add the best player in the world, things are obviously going up. And when you look at it, the Lakers are the only team that have deep playoff experience, championship experience. So for me, I like them. I don't think, even with LeBron coming back, the Nuggets in the 4th spot is 4 games clear. They're not catching the Clippers. They're not catching the Suns. They're not catching Utah. So the best they could hope for is stay in the 5 spot, not go to the 6th spot, and then have a first-round matchup against the Denver Nuggets. But they're going to have to do something about the high pick and roll.
Oh.
The high pick and roll killed them. They took, because at the first half, Luka was getting trapped in the corner. He was getting the ball out of Luka's hand. So what they did, they went to the high pick and roll. And so now Powell is getting layups and dunks all night long. He was 11 to 12. All dunks and layups, Skip. So it didn't matter. Drummond didn't do a good job defending. I don't know if you blitz it or you hedge it, but for whatever it was, it didn't work. And we know Marc Gasol couldn't do the pick and roll because he, as you say, glacially now.
Yep.
But Skip, I just always go back. Every little thing is gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Coming to a city near you.
Really?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. I got a strong feelings. Probably Monday next week. Skip.
So before I launch on this, I'm sorry. I got to ask that we show that Instagram post. Did he get hacked? Did somebody else put this up?
Nah.
Was this some secret video of LeBron? Because is he proud of this? I mean, is this supposed to scare people?
Skip.
He's barely running.
Just think about what he was.
Are those sprints?
Guess what he was doing. Guess what he was doing a week ago. Guess what he was doing 2 weeks ago. Guess what he was doing 3 weeks ago. Nothing.
He ran harder than that to get back on defense after he sprained his ankle before he came out of the game.
See, you worry about the wrong thing.
I don't get how anybody could be afraid of that. Like, a storm is coming.
Skip.
I mean, seriously, do you think he's running hard there, or do those qualify as wind sprints?
A lion, you afraid of a lion, whether he on the hunt or is he sleeping?
Huh?
You afraid of him, right? You ain't bothering him. You ain't bothering him.
Yeah, but what are you? Would you be proud of that? Would you be proud to post that?
A huge accomplishment. We run it. Let you know.
I don't even know. Obviously, I'm way older than LeBron. Sunday is always my hard day. I run every day, but I run hard on Sunday by my standards. Trust me, I run faster than that for 8 miles.
But
every step of 8 miles, I run faster than that. Every step. Maybe twice as fast as that.
Let me ask you a question. You coming off a high ankle sprain?
Nope.
Okay, then.
I'm coming off 45 other things, but I don't have a high ankle sprain.
And nothing recently. No. You ain't coming out nothing recently.
I don't know. My knees ache and my hips ache and everything else aches. My back hurts, but I still do it, and I get away with it.
Well, LeBron James. But here's the thing, though, Skip. Just imagine if you had to do that, and you actually needed the windows to feed your family. Feed Ernestine to get a nice car.
I got it. But I invite LeBron to come with me. I got a nice course here in Cheviot Hills on Sunday. He can come run with me.
He don't want to run with you. He don't want to run outside. He Skip.
We could have a nice conversation.
He don't want to talk to you. I keep telling you, he don't want to talk to you.
If he had enough wind to talk while he was running.
He don't want to talk to you.
I do.
First of all, if you could talk while you're running, you ain't running hard enough. Because I watched Kipchoge. He ain't doing nothing. He just ran 204. Did you see him run that 204 so easy? He wasn't doing no talking. I noticed they don't do no talking. Even when they try to motion to get somebody, look, I done led for the last couple of miles. I need you to come break some of this draft. They motion. They don't do no talking. So you talking, let me know you ain't running hard enough. But when Shea get his old hip fixed, I'll be out there. Blow the doors off you, too.
Okay, all right. Well, I welcome you. I invite you.
1 mile.
1 mile.
1 mile. That's all I got.
No, it's an 8.
No,
it's
one.
a course.
I will be
start to finish.
Well, hey, I'm
Okay.
gonna have somebody pick me up at mile.
All right, now back to the real world. Back to your issue at hand. You still don't have a Dwight Howard, and it's killing you because you don't have the edge and physicality as a post defender. You tried to add the big penguin. He's not that guy.
Drum will be just fine.
Drum, or is it Andre Drummond? Because there's no D in. I think it's Kareem Abdul-Rahman.
You
right?
saw those
no
blocks.
D.
Did you not see the block shots?
Yeah, I don't see the physicality. I think he's a really nice guy. He's like LeBron. He's too nice for his own good. He's a smart guy, a nice guy, and he's not Dwight Howard. I don't think he's JaVale. JaVale played with some edge. He scared people. Dwight scared people. When it was time to go at Jokic and just bother him and beat on him, that's what Dwight could do. I don't think Dre can do that. I'm sorry.
We're going to be just, Skip, when we're whole again. Right now, we're not whole.
Okay, and you already pointed it up. You had a big DNP, and it was Trez. And what happened with the Clippers last year? When they got deep in the playoffs and they finally ran into Jokic, he could not defend Jokic. He was a disaster. He was a liability against Jokic.
Hell, everybody's a liability against Jokic.
No, well, Dwight wasn't. Dwight changed that series for you.
Yes.
Okay.
But Skip, you have to also look at it. But how much did Dwight play against Houston?
Well, they had to mix and match.
Exactly. So Trez might not. There might be a series that Trez get limited minutes.
Okay.
There might be a series that Keith Morris get limited minutes. But when they call you, you got to be ready, Skip.
Okay. So the Clippers had internal dissension caused by Montrez. I get that. But in the end, they just said he doesn't defend at a high enough level for us to pay him that kind of money that you guys did cash in and pay him.
He'll be just fine. When Go get back, Skip, Go's making everything.
Going to be just fine? Okay.
Yeah, they got massaging Go's now. They walk on your back and relax everything. This guy come back, he's going to make everything okay.
Really?
Watch it. Watch how everything just fall into place.
So Kevin Durant just steps back on the floor and makes his first shot, and he's played all of 24 games this year, 25 yesterday. And AD comes back, and he's just covered with rust. It's like he's got an extra 20 pounds of rust on his body.
Skip.
And he doesn't have his legs, and he shoots 7 of 29 in those 2 games against Dallas. That's 24%, and misses all 7 of his 3-point shots.
But here's
the
thing, though, Skip. When the AD's injury, he probably didn't do anything for what? The first 5 weeks? He didn't get any shots. He had to stay completely off that. At least KD with a hamstring injury, he could still shoot. So you don't want to get a guy no time. You just expect him to come back in. KD is unique. There have been a lot of guys that in football, you see guys miss time and they come back and pick right where everybody can't do that, Skip. That's not a knock. That doesn't diminish that guy. That Kevin Durant is historically great. Let's give KD credit without trying to diminish what AD has done. But I'm not worried about it. All I'm just saying, let's stay in the 5 spot and let's see if the Nuggets want to deal with us.
And finally, Andre Drummond is, I felt for him on Saturday. I looked up late in your game on Saturday, and he is trending. And I'm thinking, he's trending why? And I scanned all the responses and the replies. Laker Nation is angry with his defense. Well, he's never had anybody pay any attention to him because he's 0-8 in playoff games, and he's played in Detroit and Cleveland, and nobody cares.
Right.
Well, do you realize the hot seat he's about to be on?
Yeah, he understands that.
He'll be the fall guy. Everybody's going to look to him like, you better measure up.
Right.
You better carry your weight.
He understands that he's the last line of defense. He's going to rebound. They're not asking him to give what we had one of those games, Skip. He was like 20 points and 17. He had like 14, 15 points and 19 rebounds. We don't need that. We need him to challenge people. He does a good job of that, but he's going to just have to get better at the pick and roll. That's it. He'll be fine.
You keep saying we'll be fine, and it's like a guy who's whistling through the graveyard, right?
I don't know. Just for the record, I also ran over the weekend, and I ran just about the same pace as LeBron, if not slower, and I still feel great about it. So he's just warming up, getting those legs ready.
He ran to a gelato shop. You ain't doing no running, Jenny. Stop that.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.